I'm at the RHS Chatsworth Flower Show on the Garden for a Changing Climate. I'm here to meet Dr Eleanor Webster, the author of a recently published RHS report on the subject of climate change, and also one of the creators of this innovative and inspirational garden. So Eleanor, tell me, why do we now need a display garden all about a changing climate?
Well, I think people are really starting to notice the effects of climate change in their garden. There's a lot of confidence in climate models now, so we're much more confident in what we're saying is going to be happening in 2050 onwards to 2100. Heavy rainfall, periods without rainfall, milder seasons, some very hot periods during the summer, but also those late frosts.
So these are the changes we're going to see in our gardens in the future?
Yes, most definitely.
Can you explain to me the concept behind the garden?
Yeah, so on this side, we've got what you might expect from a garden at the moment. So we've got a lawn and a herbaceous border. And then on our other side, we've got what we might expect from a garden for the future. And this sort of brings together all the design ideas that we were talking about in the report.
So can you explain some of the key design principles here?
Yeah, so we've got some water storage here, we've got some informal planting, some recycled paving, and then a windproof fence.
What use is the water? How does it use throughout the garden?
So we've got some water storage here. When they get very full, they'll overspill into this pond, and then the water will sort of travel down here, and we call this a rain garden.
And the point being that when the water butts aren't full, this can dry out a bit and the plants will survive.
Exactly, so the plants that we've chosen don't mind being wet and they don't mind being dry.
The most eye-catching part of this garden is clearly the planting, from the succulents to the meadow to the oranges and the palms. Are you suggesting that all of these are going to be natural elements of a garden in the future, or is it more about taking ideas?
It's more about taking ideas. In this area, what we've gone for, because we're in the north of England, so we would expect maybe some poppies, some alliums as well, and some marigolds are in there, and just general meadow planting. And the amount of pollinators that will come, it will amaze you, really.
And what about the permeable paving? It's
Yes.
absolutely key, isn't it?
It is key. So what this is recycled brick, available from most builders' merchants. And what we've done is laid it over some sand and a little bit of permeable membrane. When it does rain very heavily, the water goes straight through into the soil and it doesn't pool on the top.
Fencing is another key feature in this garden, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So we've gone for a zigzag shape, which looks quite different, but it serves two purposes. One is that the triangle shape is much stronger against winds, and we also have some gaps in the fence, which allows the wind to travel through it, whereas a solid fence panel is much more liable to wind damage.
So do you think we're going to have to actually change the way we use our gardens?
Well, I mean, we can keep the existing lawn, but, you know, we might need to change a little bit at a time, maybe grow just an element of this. We don't need to do it all at once, but we'll be outside in the garden longer, so we'll be able to enjoy it more, take more time over it.
And why will we be in the garden longer? Because of the growing season?
Longer growing season, but also warmer temperatures over the summer, which will mean we'll be able to be out longer during the day. But yeah, also the growing season's extended by almost a month.
We should see this as an opportunity rather than some looming threat.
Absolutely, yeah, there's loads of opportunities.
Eleanor, thank you very much for your time and thank you for your garden.
Thank you.